movies flopping and succeeding. So today I wanted to. So I was thinking, what makes a movie flop? Why do movies flop? Like I described for sometimes. So today I wanted to describe why do movies flop. Today I'm going to be giving 4 different reasons why it happens. So first, timing. Timing can be crucial for a movie. For example, 2020. Most movies underperformed in 2020 because of COVID-19. So everyone was stuck at home. Who's gonna go spend their time going to theaters? Um. Yeah. Also, with timing. Also, for example, Solo, a Star Wars story, it came out 5 months after the last film, Rise of Skywalker, or not Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi. So people were still tired out from the first films, and then from Last Jedi. Oh yeah, by the way, you gotta watch a new film, Solo, leading it to flop as well. Also, for example, what's going on in the world, like politics also gets involved with box office all the time. I won't get too specific into that right now. But speaking of timing, also it's competition. For example, so I took the screenshot. So I like to check out the Rotten Tomato box office. So this is where Deadpool knocked out Avengers: Infinity War, which made $2 billion when it knocked it off the top spot. And keep in mind, Deadpool 2 made $780 million, and then a week later, Solo releases. And with we see Deadpool 2 took down Avengers and Infinity War, which is amazing. And then, Solo, yeah, we're gonna beat you. No, I'm sorry, Star Wars. I hate to break it to you, but no. So a competition. Also, for example, this might not be this is not the only reason, but one reason I believe Mission Impossible would be much more successful if it came out a week after Stitch. So the Stitch fans will watch Stitch, and then boom, and then people can go to see Mission Impossible. But there are different audiences. If there's like nothing in theaters, then there are always those people who really want to go to theaters to see stuff. So they're like, okay, let's go see this, and then more money to the movie. But if there's a bunch of other stuff, they'll be like, because for example, yeah, I'll go see this other thing. Because if I was back then, yes, I'd give Solo a watch, but I'd definitely pick Deadpool and Avengers over Solo. So competition is also a big thing. That's why, like, let's say I'm trying to think of a film from recent years. That's why, for example, a lot of original ideas flopped, or let's say, I'm trying to think of something good. Let's say that's why Transformers 1 flopped. You could say, because that's one. That's a reason, I think. Not Transformers 1, or let's say Fall Guy, sort of. No, I'm trying to think of I can't think of a good example. Lightyear. 2022's Lightyear. Flopped because of competition. It had competition with Dominion, and nobody cared about it. So yeah, competition is another big factor. Then we got budgets. So a film needs to make twice its budget to break even, sometimes even more, because first we need to cover marketing costs, and 2, I just learned this today, theaters take half the money. So if you make half your budget, you make sure that you made your budget, and plus you need to make even more, to cover the how much theaters take. For example, Mission Impossible, it had a $400 million budget, which means it has to make $800 million to break even. And when there's all this financial pressure on it, it's cooked. It's sad Mission Impossible's cooked because it's such a good movie. Yeah. And then lastly, this one, it's the least. This one, it can be sometimes it's not occurring, but negative reviews. For example, Snow White. Why did it flop? One thing is also because it had the crazy high budget of, like, I don't know, 350 million. This was certainly landed at a place on the top 25 biggest flops. Oh, one thing, negative publicity. Negative reviews. The movie got bad reviews and therefore did not do well. However, before this is the last one, but however, negative reviews don't always have this. For example, Transformers, Age of Extinction. Sorry, see this? This is a Transformers Age of Extinction's reviews. 18 and a 50, which are terrible reviews. It's not a terrible movie. I watched Age of Extinction. Not bad. I'd give it like a 60. I'd give it a 60 if I'm being generous. But look at this box office. $1.1 billion. So, yeah. Insane money. So negative reviews don't always make movies flop. It's just that it's another thing. Movies should obviously want good reviews. Unless there's some kind of cash grab franchise like Disney live action remakes or Transformers or something. Okay. That'll be so there are more factors I could think of, like bad marketing, which caused like Transformers 1 or The Matrix 4 to flop. Like, oh wait, for competition, I just thought of another example. I'm sorry, before I go. The Matrix Resurrections. The Matrix 4, I personally really liked it. I watched it on a flight and I really liked it. I just because I wanted to know why it made only $160 million in compared to the other franchise films making 430, 470, and 700 million, which are crazy amounts. And I discovered it but you know why? Competition. It released a week after Spider-Man No Way Home, which made 1.9 billion. So obviously, and it was still in the pandemic. So I was like, who cares about Matrix? Let's just go see Spider-Man. To be fair, if back then I probably would have been part of those Spider-Man people. But anyway, that'll be all for today's video on why movies flop. Drop down in the comments other reasons. I'm sure there are a million other reasons. These are just the 4 I thought of. Check out my channel for more content like this, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.